Mumbai's civic body, the BMC, is facing serious allegations once again. BMC is now trying to prove its accountability in a new way, even though the real issue is that corruption allegations have been made against it. So is this case really about corruption, or is it something else going on inside the system? The fact is, BMC had issued transfer orders for 122 engineers, then stayed them and now cancelled them. So why was the process stopped? Reports suggest allegations of irregularities and a possible cash for transfer link. Now the question is, what is really happening inside BMC and what did Mumbai Mayor Ritu Tavade say about it? Let's understand the matter in detail. Hello, I'm Khatija and you're watching Deep Dive on Lokmat Times. Now before we move ahead with this story, do subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. So according to reports, BMC had first initiated the transfer process for 122 engineers in October 2025. These were not small changes. Engineer postings inside BMC are important because these officers handle roads, drainage, water supply, building related work and other civic projects. So when such a large transfer list is prepared, it naturally affects how the civic administration functions. But after complaints were raised, the then Municipal Commissioner Bhushan Gagrani stayed the transfers. That means the process was put on hold. Now BMC has gone one step further and cancelled the orders completely. On paper, this may look like corrective action, but the bigger question is, why did it take so long and why did such a large transfer exercise reach this stage in the first place? That is where you need to pay attention, and by the way you think about it and let me know your thoughts. RTI activist Anil Gagali and BJP Mumbai chief Amit Satam had raised complaints about the transfer process. They alleged that there could be a cash for transfer system or a kind of transfer market inside BMC. In simple words, the complaint was that some posting may not have been decided only on merit or administrative need, but could have involved influence, pressure or money. And if that allegation is true, then the problem is not just one transfer order, the problem is the system itself. Because when posting inside a civic body are seen as adjustable or negotiable, it affects public trust. People begin to question whether decisions are being taken fairly or whether connections matter more than rules. Now, BMC's decision to cancel the transfer orders can be seen as an attempt to show accountability. It is a way of saying that if there were doubts, the civic body would rather stop the process than continue with it. That sounds responsible, but at the same time, it also raises an uncomfortable question. If the process was clean, why did it need to be stopped and cancelled at all? This is why the issue has become a governance matter, not just an internal transfer issue. In a body like BMC, engineers are not ordinary staff. They play a major role in the city's daily functioning. So if their postings are handled in a disrupted way, the effect is not limited to one department. It can influence projects, planning and the overall functioning of the civic body. So Mayor Ritu Tavade also came into the picture after a letter from the Municipal Mazdoor Union. According to reports, she asked the civic administration to take note of the matter and take appropriate action. And that is important because it shows the issue had reached the political and administrative level, not just a departmental level. And at the same time, there are two different things. Supporters of the cancellation say this is a strong anti-corruption step and a sign that BMC is willing to act when questions are raised. Critics, however, say the real issue is not just cancellation. They say the very fact that such a large transfer list was prepared in a questionable manner shows how weak the system may be. In other words, cancelling the order may solve the immediate problem, but it does not automatically fix the process behind it. And this is not the first time transfer-related controversy has surfaced in BMC. Earlier reports had also raised similar concerns in the case of more than 160 engineers. That makes this issue looks less like a one-time mistake and more like a repeated pattern. And when the same kind of complaint keeps coming back, people naturally begin asking whether the system needs deeper reform. That is also why there is now talk of moving toward a more transparent online transfer system. The idea is simple. If transfers are done through a clear, documented, rule-based process, then there is less room for suspicion. That would help protect both the administration and the employees from allegations of favoritism or corruption. So that was the deep dive. The civic body may be trying to show accountability, but the criticism is that a process like this should never have become controversial in the first place. And that is the real story here, not just about 122 engineers, but about trust, transparency and how seriously BMC handles its own system. Now tell us your thoughts in the comments below and thanks for watching Lokmat Times.